Greetings to all the Whisky Lover subscribers and of course you the future subscriber. We are talking about Glenlossie tonight, a 20-year-old, a single cask, 51.5% ABV, natural color, non-chill filtered, 304 bottles available, and I was lucky enough to pick up a nice sample. So we are going to give this one a little bit of a nosing and tasting. Quite excited, was quite happy to see it online at my try it before you buy it sample store. And price wise, well, this one was not so cheap. I paid €10.50 for the sample, 50 milliliters. And if you look online and you can still find it, of course it will cost you quite a lot of money, maybe 150 to 160 euro for the bottle. Of course, this is a bottling from Douglas Lane. This is a Speyside whiskey. It is a single malt. It was distilled in 1992 and it was bottled in 2013. Matured in refill hogshead casks. So I'm quite looking forward to giving this one a nosing and tasting. I do like the older type of whiskies. I do like a high ABV whiskey. So quite looking forward to it. So color wise, nice light whiskey. A little bit of a golden color to it. Maybe a little bit of a 9-carat gold or a little bit of a dark straw color to it. There is a little bit of a viscosity. There's a little bit of a Scottish mist forming already. A hint of a cloudiness that I'm picking up. And a little bit of a viscosity, a little bit of a thin legs forming, but slowly going down the glass. So quite looking forward to giving this one a go. So on the nose, cheers. Oh my word, this is nice. That is typical Speyside for me. Very light, very fruity. Reminds me also some of the Japanese whiskey. That lightness, that fruity flavors, a little bit of an appley note that coming out. Definitely get that alcohol. But it's not a punchy alcohol. It's not an ethanol type of alcohol. Or that nail polish remover type of alcohol. I get a lovely sweetness, a light honey note coming out, a little bit of an apple note. There's a little floral note as well, and a little bit of a perfumey note. But I'm very surprised at 51.5% ABV. I was expecting something a little bit more of a punch, definitely not getting that. A little bit of a citrus note. I also get a little bit of something like a lemon meringue pie with a nice little crusty meringue, that little offset with the citrus note punching through. Vanillas, loads and loads of vanillas. And a little bit of a green apple note. Oh, really, really Speyside. It's very pleasant on the nose. Light on the nose, but definitely I was expecting a little bit more complexity. But it is just light, lovely sweetness. If I have to compare to something that's similar, maybe the Glencairn 15-year-old, or even the 25-year-old Glencairn, maybe a better comparison, a lot similar to that one. This one I think is a little bit more darker for me, a little bit more flavors coming out, and I think a little bit more stronger on the nose, and a little bit more richer on the nose. And I think this one is going to be quite cheaper as well than the Glencairn 25. But it is really nice. Even with a little bit of an agitation, the alcohol is so mellow, soft, approachable, and pleasant. On the taste, cheers. Oh, it just makes me happy. That is definitely a sweet one. There's a oakiness coming out, or a woody note, more a woody note, that tells me a little oak woody note. A little bit of, I would say, like pencil shavings. A sweet pencil shavings. Well, I've never eaten pencil shavings, but that's what I get. So I get a little bit of a woody note on it. I get a lovely sweetness. I get that vanilla. I get a hint of a chocolate note. Get a little bit of a fudge note, like a chocolate fudge note, but not very sweet. Just a nice mellowness on it. There's definitely a little bit of a fruity note, a little bit of a pear note, or maybe even a apple note, but more like a red apple. We also get a hint of a tannin, very little. I'm quite surprised at 20 years old. I was expecting a little bit more of a bitter note. Don't get that. It's just a touch of it. Almost something that you cannot even pick up. Let me try again. And once you've swallowed, you are left with a sweetness. It just covers your whole mouth. A little bit of an alcohol warm note. A little bit, in the end, a little bit of a chocolate note, almost like a dark chocolate, but not a lot of that bitter tannins in it. Oh my word, that is really nice. Now again, I was expecting maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more complexity. So my thoughts on this whiskey. I do love the nose. I like the lightness of it, the fruity flavors coming out. Definitely not a complex one on the nose. When we got to the taste, lovely taste, pleasant taste, a safe taste. And by that I mean it's not something that jumps up and down and shouts complex. So for me, a drinkable one, I do like it. I just want to give it one more try. It is just lovely. And it so reminds me of a Yamazaki. The 12-year-old that I had. Absolutely fantastic. Similar notes, similar sweetness. Just a lovely drinking dram. So definitely something that I would love to own a bottle. It is something that you don't have to spend hours on. Pour it, small ones, drink it, and of course put it away for another special occasion. So definitely something that I would recommend. What do you think about this one? Is this something that you have tasted? Is it something that you would recommend to your friends? Well, I would definitely recommend this one to anybody, a beginner up to maybe an intermediate whiskey drinker. You will be quite happy with this one, especially the people that do like a little bit of a sweet whiskey and a little bit of a Speyside type of whiskey. Fruit and fruit and fruit. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.